You either is or you ain't. You do or you don't. You can or you can't. Or you will or you won't. Either way, baby, a good man, well, he's hard to find. Welcome to the One More for the Good Guys podcast, where good guys gather to shed light on the good life, the people, and the good things that make it that way. I'm Mike McGill with my co-host, Jamie Akins. Now, raise your glass, lend us your ear, and let's have one more for the good guys. Now, sorry, don't cut it when it's every... Hey, everybody, McGill Billy here.
And I'm Jamie.
Welcome to One More for the Good Guys. If it's your first time here with us, thank you. Welcome. Not many rules here. You just got to be a good guy, a good girl, good gal, whatever you want to say. Good person. Don't be an asshole is what I'm trying to say, okay? Nobody likes that. Any rate, if you're here for your first time, welcome. Enjoy. Thank you for stopping by. And for all those who are returning, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We say this every week at the beginning of the deal, and it's true. It is a free way to help the channel if you like and subscribe. And if you really like it, you can hit a notifications button and it'll let you know when we're putting up new things. But you can also listen on anywhere you get your podcasts. You can listen as well on any of those platforms. And you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and here on the YouTubes, right?
Yep, all of them.
All of them. So, thank you. Thank you very much. If you came out to see us play, if you left us a tip, if you've just bought a T-shirt, a CD, or whatever, thank you for your support. We are the new version of Bartles and James. So there you go. We thank you for your support. Let's see here. All that to be said and support. Hey, from our good friends at Good Guys Cigars, we are glad to bring you the cigar of the week this week, the Montosa Maduro in Toro size. It is a 5.9. I'm calling it a 6. And the boxes fell apart. None of that goes. You know, that's why we need models.
Yeah, need help.
The Montosa Maduro. God damn it. Jamie showed you. Beautiful cigar. Beautiful, beautiful cigar. We are excited, as you heard last week, that we just took on United Cigars, and this is certainly one of their value blends. Good God, it's smoke.
Lordy.
It billows. Any rate, we are tickled to death to be partnered up with them. And
on the last episode, we smoked the Claro, the natural version.
Thank you.
And it was really good. Really more complex than I expected it to be at that price. And this has been one of Mike's favorite, probably your favorite Maduro for a long time, for a while.
You know, it's hard. This one does the complete things that Maduros aren't supposed to do for most of everybody's brains and the way they think about Maduro and with the way they think about the shade of this being such a dark cigar Maduro as well. Especially when you find out that it's got a Brazilian wrapper on it.
Just like the Brasilia from CAO.
It's a different one.
Different wrapper, but still Brazilian. Yeah.
Brazil. But this is I say all that because you would think by just the mere looks and it's oily, the big, thick smoke output, very oily wrapper, dark Maduro. You'd think, most folks would pass this up because they think it's too strong for them.
Yeah.
This is like a 4 or 5.
Very medium.
It's medium.
Yeah.
It's not going to kill you. It's not a spice bomb. It's
not at all.
very
It's really
enjoyable. It's got a little wang to it with the excuse me. Is that right? It's got to be right.
So it's a Mexican wrapper.
It's a Mexican wrapper. Excuse me. Bahia, Sumatra. Filler is Brazil, Dominican, Kentucky, fire cured, and Nicaraguan.
Oh, yeah. Fire cured.
That's interesting.
I see that. That's a pretty interesting blend. Most Maduro cigars, I wouldn't say this is as sweet as most of them. This particular stick, it's more subtly sweet.
Yeah, it's not that caramely molasses, that rich sweetness.
Tell you what, the Retro's got a lot of that dark fruit in it, though,
yes.
man. That plum and that kind of stuff, which I really like.
Yeah.
That's one thing I like about the Milano a lot. But this is anyway, you can't go wrong with those.
Any rate, Montosa is a small company not really. They're not a small company at all in the world, in the worldwide scene, but they are a German-based. Arnold Andre began U.S. distribution with United Cigars in 2022. However, the company was founded in 1817.
A long time ago.
Arnold Andre is the largest machine-made cigar manufacturer in Germany and began its premium cigar production after purchasing a facility in the Dominican Republic in 2011. Though their premium cigar production has been well received all over Europe, this is Arnold Andre's first release in the U.S., and I don't know of another one that they released. I mean, it's 2022. And in 2019, it was voted Cigar Authority Cigar of the Year. So this is a really, really interesting, nice, medium-bodied cigar. It's going to go a little bit. It's going to be medium plus. It's not even going to be medium full to me.
5.5.
I mean, max.
Yeah.
Right? But
shit ton of smoke.
Some smoke, good smoke output. I'm getting some espresso. That real, not bitter, but that just a little bit of, just a little bite of, I don't even want to call it bitterness either. It's just but lots of floral or black cherry or plum or something on the retro for sure.
Yeah. It's also, black cherry, plum, maybe prunish, plumish. What else did you say just now about it? I forget what you just said.
Just a little bit of espresso.
Oh, the bitter part. I was thinking that it's kind of bitter, like real high percentage of dark chocolate. You know how it's it's bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of got that,
but not like in a bad.
No. It's not offensive bitter. It's in a place where it needs to be in your palate. I just think that it's for a Maduro cigar, it doesn't necessarily, for me, immediately smoke like one. It smokes more like I mean, like compared to, I smoke, my first cigar was a CAO MX2, like my first cigar ever. It's sweeter than this. This has a depth of flavor that I would expect to get for a cigar that's twice as much money. I can tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you took the label off, that's another thing I meant to say on the other one, but that's a different show. But if you blindfolded me with this, now this size would be a giveaway, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would say, hey, this is a $20 stick. Really, I mean, it's pretty.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, this is better than that Ashton Maduro, in my opinion.
Oh.
So that tells you anything.
I think
and
so.
And that's like the king shit Maduro right there.
Well, in a true medium.
Yeah.
In a true medium, maybe that or the Avo Classic Maduro.
Oh, well, that too. But it does not.
And you also got to think of it like in comparison, you're talking about Dominican.
Sure. Yeah.
And with the Ashton and the other I just named that I can no longer remember. The Avo.
They're Dominican.
They're Dominican, primarily.
This is all over the place.
Yeah.
Fire cured, huh?
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
So is this a San Andreas wrapper or just a Mexican? Doesn't say, does it? I can't.
Just say Mexican.
The portion of the Maduro.
But it don't look very San Andreas to me. And I'm wondering, I mean, this is from the Cigar Authority, so I don't think they would get it wrong. I mean, considering how much they liked it. But the leaf is very interesting. The wrapper is very interesting. It's not hardly as dark as it looks, if that makes any sense. Like when you start looking at it in different light, it's very mottled. There's lots of marbling. It's very oily.
Yeah, it's like you turned up the contrast and you can see every little thing. And like because it's so oily, it's kind of got shadows in it. It does look darker. I didn't even.
And is it really just that? Is it just really like a really deep tan that's just, you know what I mean? Or is it a darker chocolate kind of?
You're right. I didn't notice that.
But it's very marbled like. Not a lot of pronounced veins. The wrap construction's great.
Kind of looks fire cured. Some of that other stuff that we've got that's fire cured. Looks kind of. It got the same look to it, Like,
I mean, you seen me, and I'm a retro hailer, but I just took off. That looked like Puff the Magic Dragon. And I blew every bit of it out my nose. And no pepper.
No.
For me to really think of. So if you're not.
Oh, man, that's smooth as hell.
If you're not big on the pepper sticks, sometimes that Nicaraguan Maduros and others can be, you'll really like this. Again, this cigar smokes like everything it looks like it doesn't.
That's true. That's a good point.
It looks like it's going to be an ass kicker, and it's a totally approachable, medium, huge smoke output.
Damn, no shit. Kind of like a Drew Estate.
Kind of like a Undercrown 10.
Well, that's what I was going to say. This is not like the Undercrown 10.
No.
I think the Undercrown 10 is a more traditional flavored Maduro. I like this. Like it tastes more like the Maduros I've had.
Natural sweetness, and molasses, and thick, and
Yes, that's almost syrupy. The smoke has got like this,
almost like a pack of chewing tobacco smells.
Yeah,
a pouch,
like that
like
way.
a pouch of chewing tobacco. Almost like that smells. That real rich.
This is kick ass, man.
I think it's a great. I think it's a great stick. You know, and we'll get back to it as we go along, but and
our
tell
topic
you,
for today.
yeah, and tell you about the you know, the second and final third. So anyway,
we're always talking about not being an asshole. So our topic's kind of in that vein, right?
Could be.
Yeah.
But I've seen some real assholes. Let me tell you. I could have had my proctology degree twice as many assholes as I've seen. Fucking assholes. The 10 Commandments of how to behave in a cigar store. That means you. This was from an article back in April 8th, 2019 from Cigar Journal, one of our favorite online resources. Great outlets to find out things. Great with reviews because they truly do it as a blind taste test. So hopefully you guys can check them out, and there's all kinds of stuff. So as we often do, we're going to read their list and expand on it and or expound on it. Like that big word? Thou shalt not. Oh, damn. They are serious about this. I mean, they're taking this 10 Commandments thing. I wonder how the new Pope would feel about this.
I don't know.
He's a Cubs fan.
Might start building a camp.
And he's the 14th Pope. That was Ernie Banks' number. Cubs, we could be in for a good year. We got a Chicago Pope.
He's Leo the 14th. He's the 14th Leo. Too. He's the 14th Leo.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, let's make sure.
Taking all the F out of my fun. Thou shalt not.
Miscount the popes. Number one.
No. Bring cigars purchased from another online or other store to another cigar shop.
And what they mean, I guess,
only cigar purchased from said shop to be smoked in said shop. Go ahead.
This is why every lounge on this planet should have a cutting fee. Period. You're in the cigar business. You're offering a place for people to sit their big ass in and smoke cigars.
And pay the lights.
Pay the lights.
Pay the water. Pay the rent. Empty the ashtrays.
Yeah. If people are not buying cigars from you to smoke in your place, something's wrong.
Dave makes this great comment.
Like you're probably too high.
Yeah.
Or don't have enough.
Dave Garofalo from Cigar Authority makes this great point about this every time they talk about something like this. Like they'll get a fan right in. He'll just start saying no from the beginning. But he's like, think about it this way. Would you take food from McDonald's into Ruth Chris Steakhouse if you didn't have like a baby or something with you?
That's right.
You don't do that. So don't do that. Thou shalt not. Now, I will say this about lounges. If your lounge doesn't charge a cutting fee and lets you bring cigars in there to smoke, then, if they're that dumb, go ahead and do it.
While they're still there.
Right.
Because you better buy cigars from them if you're going to smoke in their place.
That's just it's good etiquette. It's
well, it also perpetuates your ability to come back.
Hey,
that shit ain't free.
Listen, man, this is God's word. You understand, people, what I'm telling
Commandments.
You? Yes. Number 2, thou shalt not brag about the brand you smoke, how much your cigar costs, or how rare it is. Nobody likes a cigar snob.
That's for damn sure. That doesn't happen often. I haven't seen that happen personally.
Not up close.
Not up close.
Yeah.
There are some brand snobs and whatever else, but we talk about this many, many times. One of the reasons we love cigar smoking, other than we just love to smoke cigars, is the community. Everybody gets along. Nobody's going, I'm smoking a $12 cigar and you're smoking a $3 cigar. Some motherfucker told me, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, good guys or not, we're out and about. Don't bring that shit to me, man.
No.
We get a 13 in your ass.
We've only got 30. Just the rules at Good Guys Cigars is really simple. And we adopted these rules from our longtime hero, Mr. Willie Nelson.
That's right.
Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a goddamn asshole. So
very simple.
It's easy.
Those are our commandments.
Anybody can do it. Number 3, thou shalt not mistreat a cigar. Your cigar probably unraveled because you cut it improperly, or it burns crooked because you lit it wrong.
That's mostly true.
So
99% of the time, which we talked about at the last OG event, where we discussed lighting and cutting.
That's right.
Correctly.
And if you weren't able to be at the event, you'll get a chance to come out June 30th to the next event.
That's right.
And but before then, if you're having trouble with cutting, all jokes aside, if you're having trouble cutting and lighting, or you think you don't have the right concept for it, look back through past episodes. Maybe we can put one in the description. Mm-hmm. Of an episode that covered that from us, because it really is important. And why wouldn't you? Why would you try to eat with your feet if you have hands?
Get on That's Incredible back in the 80s.
Number 4. You could. That's good.
That happened. Good. That happened. I seen it.
Thou shalt not abuse a cigar. It is not okay to buy a double Corona and cut it in half. Putting out your cigar to save it for tomorrow is considered ignorant, meaning you didn't. Actually, I don't know if that's the right word he wanted to use there, but meaning you don't know better is ignorant. So yeah,
well, that's a little snobbish, in my opinion.
Next
day, next day, yes, but that also implies don't relight it 30 minutes later if you had to go to the bathroom or you had to take a phone call or whatever.
And if you knew how to relight it properly, I'm not saying the next day, but there's a video for that too.
That's correct. So I partially agree with that one. That would be one of the commandments you can bend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what would be that wouldn't be like thou shalt not murder, though. You can't hardly bend that one. Try to give you a biblical equivalent. Don't really have one.
Number 5, thou shalt not store cigar. Thou shalt store cigars properly, buy a humidor, or rent a locker at a cigar shop. Respect the hard work that goes into these hand-rolled products.
Well, and that's true, but also respect the fact that you had to work hard to pay for it.
Fuck yeah.
Protect your investment. You're going to, Mike says it all the time, this is an investment of something you're going to set on fire.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so you better enjoy it.
You set it on fire correctly. It's the equivalent of going out to the
Store it correctly.
4th of July, buying a shit ton of fireworks and throwing them in a bonfire. That's lighting and treating your fireworks incorrectly. They still went off, but it sucked and it killed 16 people.
Yeah.
So you seen that video of that guy where one of the bottle rockets or something goes off and goes in the trunk with the rest of them and blows that car to hell?
No, I've seen.
Wow,
there's so many of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But no, I hadn't seen that one particular one. Yeah, man, just don't.
Wow, man,
don't buy a double Corona. First of all, If you only want to smoke a Toro, buy a fucking Toro.
Start with a Robusto.
If you only have time to smoke a Robusto, buy a Robusto.
Yeah. And you know what? If you still have time left,
it's pretty easy. They make them in all sizes.
Yeah, smoke it. If you got time left, buy another one.
Yeah. Act like you got some sense. Thou shalt, number 6, thou shalt not bitch about prices on cigars. Every state has different taxes, different markups. And if you don't like it, find another place to buy your cigars.
Like Good Guy Cigars, for example.
Yeah.
Where
we won't put up with that shit either.
No. If you think we're too high, okay.
You're high.
You're literally high.
Yeah. And I know what you think. We're high on drugs. We are not, however, and we are low on drugs.
That's correct. We're very low.
Just so you know.
Like Mike says, we don't want drugs. Yeah. We want all.
Yeah. You might have heard me say I want some. What I said was, number 7, thou shalt not be rude about smoking a cigar. We cigar smokers are respectable, tax-paying people. You represent all of us while in public. I like that one.
I do too. Obviously.
You could give cigars a bad name.
Which they already have a bad name because people don't understand them. They equate them with everything else. It boils down to don't be an asshole. If you're bothering somebody that's smoking, move.
Mm-hmm. Number 8. Thou shalt not go to a cigar event expecting a free cigar. You cannot afford one. You shouldn't have gone to the event. If you do receive a free cigar or enjoy free refreshments, buy something. No one likes a mooch. I support it. I like it. Yeah.
It's
number 9. Thou shalt not be fooled by fake cigars. Those Cubans you bought on your cruise for $50 are fake, and do not go around bragging about them. People are laughing and making fun of you behind your back. True.
We're one of them. Probably.
Yeah.
Can buy.
If you're acting like an asshole about it, we will be one of them.
Now, you can buy Cuban cigars on some cruises. I've seen that. I've never bought one, but if it's a legitimate, like some of the cruise ships I've been on have a cigar lounge in them that sells cigars. And if they're in international waters or not in the United States, then they can sell them. So,
but if a motherfucker runs up behind you on the beach with a tackle box full of cigars,
that's right,
and says they're the best in all of Mexico, don't buy them.
Some bitch floats up on a damn bamboo raft and tries to sell you Cubans, send him back the other way.
Or you go to the flea market to buy a purse. Don't do it. Those are fake. And unless you're like, unless it's the, what's the duty free? Is that?
That's in it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless somebody like that, a reputable
brick and mortar or something.
Then don't believe none of that stuff. That's Cuba's biggest problem today, other than the fact that
they're communist.
And
despite that fact, their biggest problem is
but I mean
forgery. I know.
But even with import and export stuff, their weather has been shit. They've been hit hard by floods, hurricanes, wiping out crops, and then they get hit by all the fake stuff. They lose people to Nicaragua, Dominican, Honduras, Costa Rica. Every day there's people trying to get out there. And, certainly the Cuban branded cigars have taken a hit between quality control to just using the right stuff, the construction issues,
and the new world
burn
competition's
issues.
kicking their ass. That's the other thing.
And
Right.
on top of all of that, counterfeits. So just don't do it. I mean, unless you want to, then
And
go
here's
ahead,
the other thing, too. I've had 2 Cuban cigars in my life, and they were both gifts in Panama.
You know, you've had 3 because we actually
That's
smoked.
right. Those were my first 2. That's correct.
Oh,
one here. So,
which is also a past episode.
Yeah, but they wouldn't know better than a good quality cigar I get here. So I didn't think. I mean, they were the ones I had were good, and they were premium.
Baby, that one gave me the
retro.
Yeah. No, not hurt me though. It was all just that dark fruit, sweet. I'm sorry. Totally hijacked your.
I was just saying, I don't know that. I think the big myth, and we've talked about this, is that Cuban cigars are better, and they're not. They're really not.
Well, it's like, listen, it's like setting a fat kid in front of a big birthday cake, saying you can't have none of this.
That's right.
It's forbidden.
I've been that fat kid.
Me too. That's kind of why I picked the analogy.
I ate that cake too.
I got to it one way or the other. Somebody paid. I can tell you that much. Oh, but you think about it. Now it's this taboo. It's this forbidden product. Well, of course it's going to carry more mystique.
Sure.
Of course it's going to carry stories. Of course it's going to
absolutely
carry legend.
Yeah.
So
it's like that Colorado weed, man. You can't get nothing like you can get in Colorado.
Oh my God, California.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, it used to be, and then it was Colorado. Now it's, I got it in New Jersey from a gorilla in a back alley that had a PhD in botany.
He made this shit.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck off.
He grew his shit in the trunk of his car.
I don't understand, Big Dan. I just need to be high. Number 10, thou shalt and always shalt have an extra cigar on hand.
That's good.
You never know when you may run into a brother cigar or a smoker that needs a cigar in a pinch. Make a new friend.
I always bring extras. I know you do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I try to bring stuff that I know, I try to space it out to like even one for newbies.
Yeah.
And then maybe one, and I run into a real buddy or a cigar smoking buddy, then
like, hey, try this.
I might have another
banger,
banger, real nice one or something that's one of my personal favorites. But I'm going to tell you what's always been a favorite. Since the first time I ever had this cigar, this Montosa Maduro, it's 5.9 by 50. I'm saying 6 by 50. Toro size. Absolutely delicious. Deep plum, raisin, kind of spice. Not a lot of, and not like a lot of spice too. A little bit of bacon spice here and there. Would you say?
Yeah, I think though that yes, all that. I feel like I taste the fire cured part of this though. I don't know if it's because it was mentioned, but it tastes. It's an interesting blend. I think this thing is, they're only making 2 smokes, but damn. They've hit home runs of both these motherfuckers.
I think so. I mean, we agreed with the 90 rating of the Montosa Natural. Let's see if I can find what they.
I can tell you right now, my rating on this one's going to be higher, but that's to be expected. I like Maduros, and but everything being equal, I think this cigar is a little better. Better being relative. I mean,
Yes. Well, Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so they gave it a 92. This was not the same one. This was from the that was from another set of reviews that they do that are but here they gave it a 92. Cigar Authority did.
Well, and they are that. So I agree with that. I mean, I think that a lot of the rating too obviously has to do with personal preference, but I think that if you look at it objectively, like cigar versus cigar and what this offers versus the Claro, the natural, I think this is a little higher. I think it's this is more of a big boy smoke here, I think. In the world of, hey, you know, strength goes, I think this is a little stronger than the other one, but I think it's also more complex. It's got a lot of
very complex
lot going on here.
It's very complex, in my opinion. There's some, there's just a bunch of, I mean, I've tasted everything from nuts to little bacon spice to the dark fruit to espresso to, not like peaty earth, but
no, it's not.
But it is kind of earthy too.
It is earthy.
Like, and I guess the better way to say that would just be very, in that flavor profile, would you just say that it's very tobacco forward? Is that how do we describe that to our folks of like, because we don't need people out there running around eating dirt. I mean, you can if you want to.
Well, I think that I need to smoke some more fire cured tobacco to see what flavor profile of that is in this. But it's very tobacco-ish, which sounds silly because it's obviously tobacco, but it kind of tastes like real tobacco smells, but fermented in the fermented tobacco. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I could see this being ground up and put in a pouch. That's kind of the vibe I get from it. But man,
very oily wrapper, not very toothy.
You said what now? Not
very oily wrapper, and it's not very toothy. It's just like it's got a sheen to it.
One of the most interesting looks, like you said earlier, to a wrapper. For me,
you think the green band has something to do with that?
Maybe so.
Now that I look at it, anyway, y'all guys don't need to watch us looking at something. I'll show you again. But very complex. I mean, now I'm getting some, some nutty flavors through the retro and, some sweeter flavors like, more like maybe a little brown sugar and chocolatey.
It reminds me of sitting in a room with a bunch of old timers smoking their own rolled cigarettes. It's got that organic tobacco feel to it.
Very aromatic.
Yeah. I don't know. Very nice. Like it.
Again, this is a prime example of why we are excited to be partnered up with United Cigars and selling their products. But it is a great cigar. Great cigar. Affordable cigar. I mean, it gets extra points for that. Always. Anything that's a great value as well as that we could give I may even give it, it's definitely like maybe 93. Any rate, all that to be said, to be extremely well-aged tobacco, hand-rolled, long filler,
beautiful
in a Toro size, beautiful, great construction. Man, and $10
Yeah.
a Toro. But wait, it's actually under $10. If you get it by the box, you're under $10 a cigar. And for these days, that's unheard of to have something this good,
this size,
in this size, and to be that much value conscious. And the great thing that I was talking about, we're going to lead into with United Cigars, is the fact that they're not raising prices. They're keeping prices the same. And
they're absorbing the additional cost of the tariffs.
Absorbing any of the additional costs of the tariffs. So that I want to be united, right?
Definitely.
United we stand, divided we fall. Let's come on, people, get on the ball and work together.
This is something, though, I'll say this. If you're a person that is new and you're like, oh, I only taste smoke, and you're in that stage because everybody was in that stage. But if you're starting to taste some things or whatever, this would be a good one to practice with as far as getting flavor notes or whatever, because it's got, first of all, you're going to get flavor, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, you'll be able to, okay, how are they, because here's the other thing too. When we say dark fruit, dark fruit to him might mean dark cherry, and to me, when I personally say dark fruit, I think of, I don't know if this is gross or not, but my grandmother used to have prunes,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And when you'd open the prunes, that smell,
waft.
Combined with the flavor of it, that's the dark fruit I get. And I usually only get a whole lot of dark fruit when I retrohale. So
well, let's say, could we come together and say, like a fig?
Yeah, that, I mean,
a date.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Very, probably dates more than any. And I'm not a big date fan, but that's definitely the case. It's got that.
But it's also kind of meaty.
It is very.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fig and date is better, realistically.
Well, I mean, plum too.
But dark fruit to you might mean something else.
Yeah.
So get in it, get a retrohale going and say, okay, I don't taste that shit. Well, you may not. You might taste something else. You might get more coffee out of this, or cocoa, or dark chocolate, or something else.
It's always interesting reading. It's also very interesting sometimes to read somebody else's review, especially somebody that's not trying to go over the top of, telling you they're going to take Bob Costas journalism award away, by coming up with new words that we don't know of, or just making absolutely ridiculous comparisons. It's always kind of fun to read along and see if you get any of that stuff that they're talking about. Oftentimes that can even help you kind of get in the mood or the habit of really just trying to concentrate on just the cigar and not, the cigar and the ball game, or the cigar and. So when you got the time that you can spend with it to dedicate to it, you can, you're going to get some different essence and different flavors from this thing for sure. But again, the value is unparalleled to have such a fine product. So if you want them, you can have them.
Get a little bit of a bourbon kind of aftertaste right down in there. Fire cured.
Yeah.
What the hell that means, really?
Yeah.
For tobacco,
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think maybe that, just kind of gives you that familiarity of, kind of meaty, like maybe you just got a good barbecue going. That kind of.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's a good example.
But you can get them at goodguyscigars. The rest. But yeah, man, under $10 a cigar by the box. We can't get into all that for various reasons, but great cigar, value cigar, big. I mean, how do you buy them that cheap and just to have them in your humidor all the time? The either one,
Well, the philosophy used to be that you would,
or the natural.
You'd go out and buy a couple of bundles of the cheapest shit you could buy.
Yeah,
to
regulate your
humidor. You don't have to do that anymore.
No, you can actually,
because the pricing on great shit is low enough now to be in the same category.
Yeah,
and then you got something you can smoke.
Well, they certainly are with the Montosa. So check them out. Check the rest of our stuff out.
Look for the Good Guys price.
Yeah.
Look for our next event coming up. June 30th is the tentative date.
We don't use the MSRP, folks. We bring you the GGP. The Good Guys price.
Right.
So,
I'd give it, I could go 93 on it.
I think, yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
Tell you what, both of these products, we smoked the Claro Natural earlier. Both of these have a common, to me, they both have a common under flavor of tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. You don't get that. I mean, sometimes you do in certain cigars, but these feel more. This is not the correct way to use this term, and I'm a stickler for it. These taste more organic to me.
Yeah.
Obviously they're organic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems more, if you said, hey, this is our private brand, and when we get done working, we go out and roll our own, I'd be like, okay, and this is the banger. This is like
best shit.
This is like the cigar I bet the rollers smoke when they're at the house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great cigar.
It really
it's
is.
A great cigar for occasion, and it's a great to buy them at that price. I mean, again,
and they're beautiful. They look good. The box looks great.
They do.
It's dark. A lot of people love a darker colored cigar, and it is, but it's not.
They're very understated as far as all the pomp and circumstance and the gold lettered. Clearly that you know what they are with colors, with the green and the orange, green being Maduro, orange being the natural. But
big orange.
Hell yeah. Rocky Top. But to be able to smoke them every day.
Oh yeah.
I mean that, that's the kind of, we just did all the homework for you.
That's right.
This is the everyday Good Guy, fantastic cigar. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you wanted to have them in a rotation, get both boxes and have them.
Oh, absolutely.
Shit, I'd smoke these every day.
Absolutely.
Every day.
Absolutely.
This is a good smoke. Man.
Very good. Well, I think we're done with that, don't you?
Yeah, the 10 Commandments. can all be. It's like when the Pharisees came to Jesus and they said, "Sum up the law," which was the 10 Commandments, right? And he said, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, your mind, your strength, and your brother as yourself." Summed up the whole thing. We summed up their 10 Commandments at the beginning of the show. Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole.
So.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Well, folks, come out and see us whenever you can. I'll be on the last Saturday of every month solo at Trailhead Beer Market and over in South Knoxville with our good buddies Joe and Brendan.
And that's a good opportunity, not to interrupt, but that's a good opportunity because his solo show in June is just 2 days before our next event.
Oh, there you go.
So you can come out, meet us, have a smoke, probably get you one for nothing. You sit with us.
If you're not an asshole.
If you're not an asshole. And then you might say, "Hey, man, I'll come back." And Trailhead's a great place to hang out. It really is.
Patio, food truck.
It's crazy, too. That place is kind of becoming the who's who of musicians in Knoxville, too.
Yeah.
Hell, every time I'm over there, I'm like, Evie was over there yesterday. I went there 3 minutes and Evie was there. So anyway, come out and see us, and you can come out and have you a beer and talk to us about it, or just, and listen. We go to the shows. I go watch the shows. And we will have something for sale there too. But yeah. Make a weekend out of it, bud.
And then on the second Friday of every month, we're at the Jig and Reel, Boyd's Jig and Reel downtown. That's the full band. And then will this be out before our Sutry's thing?
No, it'd be out after.
It will not. So forget it. You done missed it. I think that's it, and that's that, man.
I do too.
I just thank you guys so much for all the support. June 30th, we'll be having another event, hopefully. So just keep checking back in with us, and we'll let you know about that.
And one thing we haven't talked about on the air, now that we've kind of spilled the beans on it, let the proverbial cat out of the bag, but we, Good Guy Cigars, will be the only mobile humidor in this region. And we got a mobile humidor that's coming, and it'll be here in about a month.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll see us out and about at different places.
Yeah, you'll see us at all kinds of different places or events. If you got questions about any kind of events you're having, or what kind of cigar selection you should use or do, or if you've got a tight budget and or a big budget and you want to go all out, let us know, because we can help you with that.
Just ask us. Just send us an email. Say, "Hey, what should I do?" Even if you buy from us or not.
Well, and listen, the important part about that statement is not only can we tell you what, but we can tell you why that nobody else can around here, and why you do it this way, because we've been there. We've done this for a while. So, we can keep you from overspending and buying stuff that's just going to get wasted. So,
or buying stuff that you're not going to like.
Right.
Because there are some cigars out there that,
there's more to it.
Yeah.
Than just saying, "Oh yeah, I'll sell you them. Give me your money, dummy. See ya."
Yeah. That's not how we operate.
I want to see you again. So all of that to be said,
as long as
to
you're not
say
an asshole.
This.
Yeah.
Be kind to one another.
Right. 10 Commandments.
Thou shalt be kind to one another. Does not cost a dime to be kind.
Or to like and subscribe.
Yeah. But there's a certain price that will always be paid for cruelty. So go visit us over at goodguyscigars. You know the rest. Jamie, you want to do another one?
Oh, yeah.
See ya.
I'll be gone in the morning before the sun comes up, with me and my weenie dog and my pickup truck. And either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find. I said, now either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find.